if you filled your car recently, did you cry? Because it's like ridiculous. To fill your car with petrol at the moment is just crazy. The rising cost of living as well, it's making just things even tighter for us when things are already really hard financially. Now, if you commute, you can't avoid having to travel. But have you heard of zero carbon commuting? Doing things like walking or cycling to work, using public transport, and even lift sharing could help you fill up less often and help the environment. Social enterprise Liftshare says that 95% of commuters across the country have at least one commuting option that doesn't involve driving to work on your own every day. Well, Ali Clabburn is the founder and chair of Liftshare. Ali, a very good morning to you.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Well, thanks for talking about this. Just have I explained it right? Zero carbon commuting. Just give us a brief outline.
You really have. So at the moment, about 90% of emissions on the commute come from people driving alone to work. And for all those people, or 95% of them, they've got zero carbon commuting options, whether that be working from home, getting a lift with someone, walking, cycling, or traveling by bus. So there are some really good options out there. And given the climate crisis and the amazing fuel prices at the moment, I think it's a perfect time for people to consider how they commute to work.
Well, Ali, it may sort of force quite a few people actually into sort of making those decisions that maybe they've not really sort of thought about before. And Ali, what about here in Derbyshire? I know you've been looking at how we travel here.
I certainly have. So across Derbyshire, it varies depending on whether you're in, say, an urban centre like Derby or whether you're out in the countryside. But say in Derby, you've got about 7% of people working from home, or pre-COVID, that jumped up to about 35% during lockdown, and it's gone back down to probably around 15% of people. So quite a lot of people still working from home, but the numbers of cars have gone up, and the amount of people travelling by bus and coming into Derby by train has dropped off significantly. It's on the rise again, but not anywhere near back up to where it was beforehand. And all these things are having a clear impact on the environment and also a clear impact on people's pockets, because driving alone to work is pretty much the most expensive way you can get anywhere and the most damaging to the environment.
Now, you mentioned there lift sharing as well. Just sort of tell me how it works. How do you sort of make that first step into maybe sharing a lift with someone into work?
So clearly, if you're in a small office, just talk to your colleagues and find out where they come from. If you're in a larger office or you're trying to say travel into town or to go shopping, you can there's a free website, liftshare.com, or a local one, carsharedarbyshire.com, that anyone can go to for free. They can put in the journey they're trying to make, whether they're offering a lift or seeking a lift, and it will come up with dozens of other people traveling the same way as them, so they can share a car. And sharing a car will immediately halve your costs. So rather than being 180, 190 a litre, you can halve that down to 90p, which makes a massive difference right now. And typically, if people start sharing on their commute, they will do it forever, because it's so much more fun, so much nicer. Being chauffeur driven every day is a joy, and you meet some really cool people. So yeah, lift sharing is a really great option for people who don't have walking, cycling, or bus options local to them.
That's brilliant. I didn't know. Can you just remind us of those websites again? Because I've not heard of those actually.
So the local one is carsharedarbyshire.com, and if you're going out of county, it's liftshare.com. That covers the whole country.
Ali, that's absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much for talking about that this morning. I think a lot of people listening will probably jump on that actually, because again, fuel prices at the moment just so incredibly expensive. Ali Clabburn there from Liftshare, and again, I think when I filled up my car the other day, I don't know, it used to be like, I don't know, it's a little car. It used to be like, I don't know, £45 or something. And I was still like putting petrol in. It got to like past 60. And I was like, are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me?